How we going, guys? Today I'm going to run you through the 688 car. The 688 car is now for sale. The kids have moved up a class into the class 10. As you know, if you've been watching Patriot Games, this thing served us pretty well over the years. It started off life as my race car, and then when I moved into the trophy truck, then the kids actually took it over and taught them a lot, taught them how to drive. If you're looking at getting into off-road racing, you're looking for a complete turnkey package with spares, something that you know has been well prepped and taken care of, this might be the thing for you. Now, it's a 2019 model Polaris Turbo S. It originally started life as a 4-door. The reason we run the 4 doors is because the longer wheelbase, and specifically for Fink, over the bumps, these things are about 120-inch wheelbase, which is absolutely perfect for Fink. This car now's done 3,200 kilometres. It's just had a full prep, but I'll go through everything that's been done on the way through as we go through the walk around. Now we'll start at the front. One of the big things that this thing's got is it's got a Cognito suspension kit. We're running RCV drive shafts at the front. We've just got a little Nerf bar. We've been trying to keep the weight down. It's had one accident in its whole life where I hit a tree, and I think it was like the second or third race I ever did with it. Now, when we did that, one of the big things is to keep this thing cool. It's kinda, I'm not gonna say it worked out well, because hitting a tree never works out well, but we damaged the intercooler and the radiator at the front. So what we decided to do was move all of that stuff into the back. With this one here as well, we've done a lot of work with the live valve shocks. So we've still got the live valve shocks, the Fox shocks that come in the 19 model, but we found without having the adjustability in it, we really couldn't get them tuned right. So we've got them as spares, but we've actually gone back to an earlier model Fox shock in this one. And these shocks were tuned by Mike Klim from Fox USA when he was out here at Fink. He spent a bit of time with us, and Ross McNabb from Desert Speed Labs. They've all been valved. They've just been recently serviced by Down South as well. So they've got all new seals and everything in them, brand new oil. At the top, Brown Davis roll cage. So Brown Davis custom made this roll cage for us back in, actually this was on my first 4-door race car, 2017 model. And when I bought this one and upgraded, I actually took the roll cage and the fuel tank and I turned that one into a pre-runner. It's got a 120 litre Brown Davis fuel tank in it as well. So the fuel tank's good for Fink. You can get down to Fink with no fuel stops, which is a major advantage. You can see you've got all these sheet metal sides, everything Zeus clipped in, so you can take off for really easy access. We've got side panels as well, and the reason for the panels that we've got is to duct everything into the coolers. So in the back behind the driver and the navigator seat to get maximum airflow through the coolers, we've got obviously a radiator up the top and an intercooler. Then we've got an engine oil cooler, and we've also got a gearbox oil cooler as well. The big thing with these things, as you know, everybody knows who's into side-by-sides and you've watched it through Patriot Games, is trying to keep that belt temp down. So we've done a lot of work with the guys over in the US at Cognito and at Holtz. They gave us a few tips there, and we're running some pumps there, electronic pumps, so we can actually cool everything right down. Worth saying while I'm at the front diff's been upgraded, just been rebuilt in this thing as well. So this has got a lot of Holtz parts in it. It gets rid of the, some of those plastic or thinner parts in that front diff. So that's been right through, had a full upgrade. Brand new set of RCV drive shafts in it as well. While I'm up here, I'll talk about the interior. Brand new set of Racetech seats. The seats that we had in it just ran out of date, just expired. So we've just bought these two, brand new. I think you got about another 5 years on them. Same with the belts. The belts have got another, I think, 4 years on them. You got DFR steering wheel, belt temperature gauge there, GME radio inside, boost gauge, obviously your comms unit for your driver and your navigator. Coming around the sides, aluminium Nerf bars. They're a requirement for cams. Worth saying as well, so this thing has got a CAMS logbook, and it also has a double ASA logbook. So once again, it's ready to race. Wheels, we've gone to these. We know a lot of the fast guys are running them, like Josh Weidman, he put us onto them. They're a 32-inch tyre, 32 9.5, 15, and Method, I think they're 15 by 5.5s from memory. Engines had a lot of work, so we've done a full rebuild prior to Fink. Bottom end, top end, the motor is brand spanking new. We also have upgraded this thing here to an XP Pro gearbox. So I have 2 spare Turbo S gearboxes, so we've gone to the bigger primary secondary clutch, and we've seen the belt temperature on this thing come down to around the 100 degrees. It definitely worked. The boys were giving it on the way down to Finke. I feel like we've finally got this car sorted out as far as belt temperatures go, and now we've moved them up into another class. So brand new gearbox, brand new engine, rebuilt front diff. All the center bearings have been done in the main drive shaft, and a brand new set of RCVs. So drivetrain wise, this thing is brand new, ready to rock. When it comes to reliability with the side-by-sides, we found really early in the piece that, you know, doing big tunes on them and bombing the motors is not the way to go. You know, the horsepower that these things make, 168 horsepower from memory. We just cleaned that up with a dyno tune, dyno jet module. So it's got a dyno jet module installed with data logging, and the only other thing that we've got is the exhaust, just to make it breathe a little bit better. And that still ensures that you can keep the things reliable. Another big one to note is we've got custom sheet metal footwells as well. There's a couple of reasons for that. It's really tight in the Polaris when you've got two big boys in there, and when Tommy was navigating for me, you know, your feet are kind of pushed over to one side. So we've ripped out all the plastic floor. We've made a whole sheet metal floor that goes inside, gives you a lot more leg room, but obviously for safety reasons as well. So those plastic belly pans that go in these things, we've still got the factory one underneath and then sheet metal on top. So let's say your little copper stick or something like that come through the floor, that you're going to have a bit more protection there. RPM window nets. I've also got a set of fold out door nets, like security mesh style ones as well. We put them on for 1 or 2 races, and I didn't feel the kids were that safe in them. You know, if they got bent, they're probably a lot harder to get out of it. You can't cut yourself out of them. So I've got them there, but they're not installed at the moment. So I think this car could still be a very, very competitive car. Or if you're just looking for, you know, a car to go and do some short courses and muck around, start getting into off-road racing, this thing is fully prepped and ready to go. The other big thing with this car I've got, I'm going to say probably over $50,000 worth of spares that are going with it. So a couple of spare gearboxes, full spare set of shocks, a lot of belts, drive shafts. Anyway, check out the list. I'm going to put a link up here to where the actual art is going to be displayed. You can check out there the full list. The other thing that we got for the 688 car is we've got the blue TH730. You've seen it through Patriot Games. If somebody was interested, we'd look at putting the package together with the toy hauler, the race car, and all the spare parts. Yeah, if you're looking to get into off-road racing and you want to get into side-by-sides, could be a good option for you. So check it out. If you're interested, follow the link, look at the ads. Contact details will be on there, and hopefully we'll see you at a racetrack.